How's it going, disc golf fans? This is Derek and Chris with Gatekeeper Media, and we're back with you today, bringing you the Part 1 Front 11 coverage of the Long Island Open 2019, presented by Element Discs. And this event was sponsored by Discraft, so a big thank you to them, and a huge shout out to our coverage sponsors, as always, Millennium Golf Discs.
Yeah, we're going to start off here with the second round. They just got finished round one, had their lunches, breaks. We're going to come in big. Bobby Cowperthwait just already blowing up, 5 strokes ahead moving into this final round. We have Jeff Sullivan, a couple strokes behind him, Bart Welch, and also Nicholas Spitler. So
now, something that I'm very excited is that Jeff is a local lefty for this course. So I'm really excited to see how he attacks these fairways, folks.
Well, you know me being a fellow lefty, I love seeing lefties. But yeah, we can see the only 1,000 rated player out here is Bobby.
Team Innova.
Yeah. And we're going to start off on hole 1. This is going to be a 568-foot par 4. This one, you basically have this little tunnel shot you kind of have. You kind of land out in a little opening, and then you have like another little gap you have to kind of hit for your approach shot.
Yeah, if you have the distance and you can really pump through kind of up the middle there, as Bobby attempts a roller, which he was able to make contact and really capitalize on the field on the first round. So a lefty attacking it. Ooh. So he has a great flex shot for his
basically full flight there. That was really good from him.
He did clip up a little bit on some foliage.
Bart, Team Heiserline. His too much eyes are a little stable. He's going to kick over to the left of the fairway there, but as long as that tree isn't in his way, he should have a manageable upshot. And then we have Nick.
So Nick elects to keep really close to the left edge of that, really flex it out there so that he gets max distance. He gives himself a really good placement. He's going to be able to see the pin pretty easy from there.
Bobby with his second attempt at the roller, and it's a good scramble to put him down there. Should be able to get up and down for par. The roller's a really good idea. I mean, you could probably get almost down towards the basket. At least probably over there.
Yeah, Jeff probably wanted a little more skip up there closer to the green, but he's still going to have a look pin high, maybe about 50 feet out.
Yeah, there's kind of that left route that you can kind of take, I guess, as a lefty. If you're in a good spot to the right of the fairway, you can go around that way.
Real
Most people
hyzer.
traditionally go, they run it like that. They usually take that gap, though.
So I'd like to call attention to something here.
What's that?
Imagine, did you just notice the throw here by Bobby?
Like a little Anheuser forehand?
Lefty forehand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice that. Jeff's going to miss his outside the circle putt. Did you know that preemptively? Like, did he say something about that? Or
I observed it during the coverage because I was like, I could have swore he drove right-handed. So now some of you are, I would say actually most of you are probably saying, well, isn't that the same shot? Yeah, it is, but it depends on how you're pinched off from, the obstructions in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's good to have both.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Bart's able to knock that in, so good putt from him.
Yeah, and Bobby should find par, no problem.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Birdie Fuel Coffee Company.
It looks like everyone here is going to walk away with a par, so maybe they need to drink some of that coffee and see if we can get some birdies on the second hole.
Fuel up.
Yeah, the rest should be simple tap-ins. Jefferson, so 4's across the board. Score stayed the same. And I'm excited because we have more than 18 holes. I hate it in the editing room, like, we have more than 18, but when we're here and we're doing commentary, I love it because it's just more golf to watch. So we're going to move into hole 2. This one's coming in at 396 feet, par 3. I'd say this is a pretty traditional righty hyzer shot for most people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Couple pretty good guardian trees surrounding the basket, so it's kind of wedged right behind like a tree with a huge knot in it. You see it right here.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little short. He's going to be to the left of the pin.
Yeah, because it does kind of go over to the actual tree line, if I'm not mistaken.
A bit closer, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Holden, it looks like there's some OB line there.
Yeah.
He didn't come anywhere close to it, but, that's a pretty good avenue to go for a lefty.
Yeah. Breaking off the fairways. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty open, so you can kind of attack it any way you want, really. So this just kind of holds straight a little too much, probably what he wanted.
Yeah, but he's going to find himself with an opening towards the pin on that back right side.
It doesn't look like anyone's really going to have enough juice to reach the pin and be inside the circle for their putts. Nick's second shot looks like that sailed a little on him.
Yeah.
But good tree. I'll take that any day.
Yeah, if it sits, it'll still be in the circle for his 3.
All right.
Safe.
Yeah. So it looks like Bart gets very close. Ooh.
Just a little low. I think he may have nicked the bottom of the cage a little bit.
Probably very close to the circle.
Ooh. All right, then.
All right. The anticipation. Everything else should be pretty straightforward for these guys. Nick's going to knock his in. I think we're going to see our second par frame.
Dun, dun, dun. We should, anyway. We should expect to see that.
I would hope so. Jeff's in for his 3. And here comes the rest of the crew. Is he wearing, it almost looks like he's wearing swim trunks. I don't think they are. I think that's those really nice athletic shorts.
Yeah. They do look like swim trunks.
Which is funny because I felt like Mitch Sonderfan over in Colorado was wearing swim trunks. The Patriot ones. Mm-hmm. It kind of just reminds me of that for some reason. We're moving to hole 3. This is a 320-foot par 3. This one, once again, it opens up pretty good. Some guardian trees over there, a little shorter.
Yeah, and there is no space in the surrounding area for the tee pad. So I elect to make my way on out closer to the pin.
You're playing around with the catch cam a little bit. This lefty looks like it has a nice little hyzer line here. You can get around those trees.
It does not fight through, but should have something to straddle one side or the other to at least have a look. If you really attack the pin straight forward, you have to keep it really low because of that kind of guardian branch across the way.
It's pretty low. I don't even know if it's really a ceiling, but there's just that low branch that can get in the way.
A mouth? I don't know.
This for Nick's going to kind of fade. But, I mean, going over there to the left isn't... he actually makes it through better than anyone.
The cleanest shot.
Yeah, but I would say if you make it over to the left, it's not the end of the world being over there.
Ooh. It was just about there.
Yeah.
He dialed in, took that extra breath before he committed, and found himself some chains.
Very nice. Good putt from Nick.
Yeah, that's a smart play.
Take your medicine. This looks like Bobby, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
I think he may have kissed metal.
10-4-3 though.
Which, I mean, being with such a lead here.
I mean, at that point,
play safe.
Yeah. Playing for par.
Retain your lead. Carry through.
Nick's going to break that streak of the par frames, though. I mean, come on, Nick. What are you doing out here getting birdies? Good putt.
I guess he took the advice and sipped on some birdie fuel.
We're going to move into hole 4. This is a 423-foot par 3. Very long in terms of a par 3 for most people. And we're going to start getting more technical and more in the woods, I would say.
Yep.
So this one Got this little tunnel. It's going to be kind of a little bit fade over to the right. So I would say for the lefty, for Jeff, we might see a really nice hyzer shot from him. Everyone else, we'll see if they have a little turnover. There it is from Bobby. And that's
nice, clean.
Yeah, that was perfect. Can't ask for much better than that. So
Jeff's was high, but managed to work right through. Ooh, early release from Bart, but got sneaky, finds himself right there in the middle of the fairway. Now, I do remember Nick going through this. He had to fight a lot of sticker bushes, and he had almost no gap in the ceiling. So he really couldn't go out. That was the only play he had. He even makes a comment like, I don't recommend being in here.
It's real unfortunate when you, that's a
really good recovery, though.
Yeah, good approach. It's real unfortunate when you know you have to like pitch out and you're not getting any distance down the fairway.
Those are the largest medicine pills.
Yeah. That was a good up. Me personally, I always find a way to try to go forward no matter what.
High risk, high reward.
Well, if I'm that deep in some woods, I'm spraying and praying. I'm closing my eyes and throwing a overhand tomahawk.
Well, Bobby finds himself a tap-in birdie.
Yeah.
Here. He's nestled right under the basket.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's touching the pole, actually. If it looks...
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get much closer than that. I wish it was almost like horseshoes, where if you get a leaner on your drive, you get something.
A mulligan. You earn a mulligan.
You earn one mulligan stroke for the rest of your round. Ooh. I like that. Everyone else is going to knock their stuff in.
I was also surprised to see that this hole was sponsored by McDonald's, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's a specific franchise.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's a really good start. I think that's something that we need to see more of, in this sport.
I agree. Look, they even got a little sign out there. It's awesome.
It was a flag.
Oh, sweet.
An actual, a real flag. It's cool.
So this should be really good for Jeff. This should be a nice little hyzer shot as well. It seems like this course really plays well for lefties. Look at that. Ooh.
That cut off a lot of the distance he would have had, but still should have a pretty open shot from there.
This could be a really nice, touchy kind of little flex shot like that.
Yeah, and it still has some distance to it.
Yeah.
300 feet isn't really anything to scoff at.
No.
That holds a little bit too much turn. He's going to find himself in the rough a little bit. And there is a lot of stickers on this course. A lot of.
It's unfortunate.
There's also a lot of there's signs all over the park warning people about tick safety. So that is something that I would like to bring up. We don't ever really talk about it.
It's a serious thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lyme disease is for life. So
yeah, it is.
Stay safe out there, folks.
Bobby's going to be banging chains for life because that was a good putt. He's going to knock in another birdie. Oh, yeah.
That felt good.
Yeah, he was really far past the basket for his first shot.
Yeah, a lot of talent from Nick. And he is a fellow Pennsylvanian.
I'd like to see that. Jeff just kind of keeping pace. It looks like Nick's kind of catching up to Bart, and Bobby's still just kind of running away at this point.
Well, I think it's cool that I'm throwing the Scorpius just for the simple fact that they produce them. It's a disc that's very similar to the Destroyer. It has a really similar feel since it was based off of the original Destroyers. It's just not as overstable, I would say, for guys that don't have as much power, this is basically, you know, a long-range, multi-purpose shooter, whether it be backhand or forehand. This disc was vital right off the bat.
All right, moving into hole 6, coming in at 306 feet. This is a par 3. This one looks like a really fun one. It's a little open at first, and then you kind of have this nice little doorway or entranceway or mouth that you kind of throw into. Once again, for a righty, it's like a nice little flex shot if you can get it. Something that's going to finish to the left, just like that, until I almost niced him. That was almost textbook. See if Nick can make the adjustments.
I see what he was doing there, though. He wanted to hug the right side of that tree.
Yeah, stay to the right. And this is very interesting from the lefty standpoint, and it skips through.
Yeah, and that's I mean, if he had like a bad cut roll going that way, that path I believe is OB.
Ah, well, I like it.
That had the right angle.
Yeah. There's just a couple different lines you can take. It's a tough hole though. It's heavily guarded.
Dang. Just cut him off a little short.
It looks like that one tree down there really is the stopper of...
I saw it move,
Yeah.
I swear.
Bart's just going to get up there. Nick, this is for a save. It's a long look for the par. That's tough. I mean, you take some really good birdies, and then you just... knowing that you're probably going to lose a stroke to the card here doesn't feel good.
No, but that's why you you can always bounce back a little bit where you're like you have some wiggle room because you've been on a birdie streak a little bit. So having a little bit of play there is a little better on your mind.
Ah, Jeff. That would have been a nice putt from him. Would have been nice to see the 2. Nonetheless, he's in. We should see some tap-ins. So what do you think at this point? We're past the halfway point of the front, the part 1. Dear Bobby, at this point, what are you doing? Just playing your game?
Chugging along in the exact same pace that you are right now. Trying to just... I would honestly keep my gameplay slow.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep my head down. Make sure that I'm really thinking about how my body and the mechanics of my body are moving. And just maintaining a solid pace.
I completely agree. Moving into hole 7, this is going to be a 260 or 76-foot hole. Getting tighter, getting more technical. This one very straight shot.
Yeah, and that's... Talk about a gap.
Yeah. Bobby unfortunately pulled that pretty far to the right. Oh, yeah.
You had him.
I know.
He's still going to find middle of the fairway, though.
Can't be mad at that. So it looks like those Blue Tiger shorts is Nike.
But that's pretty much the exact rip that you want right down the belly of this thing.
Yeah. Something that fade out to that opening down to the left. Nick's is also looking really good.
He looks a little long there.
Wouldn't be the first time.
All right. Jeff puts himself right there. There's that lefty flick again.
It's interesting.
Well, I mean, think about it. If you had, like, that's a much easier shot than a right backhand.
To get that type of angle, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not the first big putt we saw from this guy here. So Nick is putting him in.
Look at that smile on his face. Representing Pennsylvania, the Keystone State. Through and through. I didn't know where I was going with that, folks, but
you lost me on that one.
I lost myself. I gave up on it halfway through saying it.
Bart's in for a good putt as well. Very nice.
It's the shorts.
Yeah. Two birdies from the two guys who are trailing on the card. So we got a 5, 6, 7 going on here. So only 2 strokes between 3 guys. We're going to move into hole 8, 329 feet, par 3. This one, once again, kind of opens up in the field again. Have some big trees you kind of have to throw around. Not anything really guarding the basket, though. So as long as you kind of throw what you need to throw, don't hit any of the big trees, are in a good spot.
I think that there is a Mando here, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Are we throwing to that really tall basket?
Yes.
That thing's
Yes,
tall.
we are.
You might need like a ladder to get your disc for some people.
Yeah, I don't think that you're wrong, but the Mando is going to be this tree that's really close to the right side here.
Oh, yeah.
You see the sign there. If you do not make the Mando, the drop zone is probably about 5 feet or so to the left of that Mando post.
You have some OB over there as well. That was a great shot from Bobby. Put that in right in the circle. Interested to see what the lefty's going to do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll just dig right in.
Yeah, I love
Gives
that.
himself a good putt.
He was, Nick was flirting with OB a little bit there. Get up.
Oof.
Oh, maybe he did go OB.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell sometimes, but I think
Yeah.
Nick did find OB.
We'll find out from the score. Sorry, folks. Ooh. Nice putt from Jeff.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
That's such a tall basket. Is that like 2 poles on one or something? That's what it looks like. I'd be afraid to put up on that thing.
I think that's the proper use of a raised basket. Kind of just right here in the middle of the.
What do you, you mean like nothing around it? Like.
Well, and you're not so
the-
because of the height, you could very easily, depending on what side of it you landed, overthrow it. It glides off and then puts you pretty far.
That's very true.
So Nick did find a 4 here.
Yeah, he did.
He did find some OB.
Bobby's finding 2s though. So put him at 14 unders. We're gonna move into hole 9, 474 feet, par 4. I really like this course because it's nice and open, but it's still pretty technical in terms of this shot here. You have a low ceiling. You can see he's going with that lefty. Anheuser shot again.
Yeah, for anyone who's in the New York City, Long Island area, I highly recommend it. It's worth paying the $8 to enter the course. So this is a state park.
So this is a park, so it is a paid course.
Yes. And there is like a marina on the back end of the park. So it's a very nice space and worth spending a day there overall.
Yeah.
But playing around here, I highly recommend also checking out one of their doubles events. They hold them Sunday mornings. You're done by 12:30 in the afternoon.
There you go. It's cool to see golf in New York. I love seeing it. Like more proper towards like the actual boroughs and city and everything.
Well, and we're also attracting a lot of players from the Connecticut area because you're only about a 2-hour drive from parts of Connecticut. So
it's a good community.
I believe some would argue that, not to us, but that is the true tri-state area.
Oh, all right.
Jersey, New York, Connecticut.
Well, I mean, either way, our roots are in Jersey, so we know where we come from. This second shot's really tough. I mean, you have to really kind of get over to the left, but not so far that you have to have a weird angle for your hyzer shot.
And again, low ceiling.
Yeah. But then once you have this shot, you also the basket's like perched over to the right, so it really makes you work for it. With guardian trees, of course. I would say this is one of my favorite looking holes on the course in terms of the style of golf. Yeah, which way do you throw around?
Yeah. He stepped up thinking he knew what he was going to throw. Definitely a hyzer. The hyzer line.
Yeah.
It looks a lot tighter on that right side.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he's going to do. He splits the gap. That was interesting. Bobby's going to tap in. So it looks like the tree is putting for the par.
All right, you've reached your limit. No, that was a good putt from Nick.
Yeah.
Going from rough to rough.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he keeps pace with everyone else. I mean, this is usually the part where we're like, all right, folks, we'll see you on the next round or the next video, but we got 2 more holes. Move into hole 10. Coming in at 695 feet. This is a par 4. Opens up real good. You want to throw a real big hyzer shot.
Yeah, it's just one big elbow. Once you get past that bend, you still got a lot of meat left on the fairway.
I mean, if you have it as the real nice lefty and hyzer shot, that was really good. He really held that line and really hugged that left side. But this probably feels good for a righty. Just really let one rip. He's going to go right on the fairway.
Yeah, right in the middle.
And this basket's going to be kind of perched in over here to the right.
With a roller. It's carrying a little more to the left than he'd want.
Yeah, I think he might have hit something.
Like a root or something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent on this card for, flex and hyzer shots. For sure. And then the lefty. Keeping it low.
Yeah, you could tell he wanted to get that up. Just, I think those trees kind of got in his head. Just kind of threw it into the ground. Bobby's is looking really good. Yeah. He'll have a look.
A little touch shot with a putter for his approach.
Bart finds himself on the left of this fairway. He should be able to get out safely. It's well within his range there. It's a big putt, Bobby.
Ooh, splash out on the strong side.
That would have been a very nice 3 from him. Oh, no.
Dunks off the top there.
Nick's a really good putter. Knocked a couple big ones. He's hit some chains. He's hit the basket.
Overall, pretty dialed in.
Yeah. Kind of have a night. We're not seeing too much movement from the top, but we're seeing a little bit of movement and battling going on between these 3 guys here. So Jeff's really just kind of holding pace. He's just playing really consistent.
Pays to be a local.
Yeah. So everyone's going to knock in their 4s, another par frame. So we see some separation kind of happening. Still a lot of golf left, though.
Yeah.
So we're going to move into hole 11, 395 feet, par 4. So this one, on the actual tee box, it's more to the right. to that tree line. They moved it
specifically for this event.
Yeah. So it's a nice open shot, and then you have this cool little mouth that you're kind of thrown into. It reminds me kind of Maple Hill. I forget what hole it is, but where you come down, and then it kind of has that little mouthpiece that you go towards. And then you got the basket kind of tucked away inside there.
Yeah, so Jeff put himself maybe a little shorter, but kind of the area where you want.
Yeah.
Because you want to leave yourself kind of a centered look of the mouth of the woods.
Yeah.
You're just going to have something that just goes right down the belly there and then kind of fade to the left. See the pin
From
tuck
over there, yeah.
From over there, yeah.
Traditionally, where everyone else is, I mean, the basket's gonna go to the right a little bit inside that mouth. Oh, nice shot. I would say this is a pretty ideal spot to be as well. Just kind of right up the gut. Oh, good shot. Oh,
That had to have been inches.
oh man. Oh no.
That got away from him. Still not a bad placement to, keep his 4.
Been there, done that. So that is a pretty tough shot for a lefty. So he was a little too far to the left, I would say. Basket's a lot deeper into the woods than I thought as well. I thought it was more around the edge, but
Wow.
nice putt. It's gonna end this front 11 with a birdie sitting at 4 under. I mean, he's going to have something catastrophic happen at this point. The rest of these guys are still playing for that second place spot, though.
Yeah, and it's some pretty good grouping for it, too.
Bart, oh no.
With that really awesome skip shot, almost meeting chains for that to coming up a little high,
Yeah.
and the equivalent of a banding off.
There it is. Kind of up and down for Nick, I would say. And walking away 1 under isn't the worst, but Jeff just kind of playing park off. Snuck a couple birdies in. And I would say Bart, very similar, up and down. Some pars in there as well. So that's going to be the end of this front 11 for this final round of this 2019 Long Island Open. Basically, it's the Bobby show. But, I mean, we definitely have a good mixture here for this second place. We're going to see if anyone's going to pull away on this back.
Yeah, it's it's always good to see fighting for other placements too, because that's where good golf happens. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to tune in for the part 2 back 10 video. That's right, 10 I said. 21 holes total. But we'll see you soon, folks.